Opening details for Fantasmic have been revealed. Lots of new food and snacks, and more price increases are popping up across the parks. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. We got big news this week, y'all. It's almost time to dream a fantastic dream with Sorcerer Mickey again. Soon you'll be able to step into the casita from Encanto. Another Disney Parks related movie has been announced, and more. Let's dive into the latest news. All right, everyone, it is time to dream a fantastic dream, almost, because Disney has announced when the beloved nighttime spectacular Fantasmic will be returning to Disney's Hollywood studios. Well, kind of. We don't know the exact date yet, but we do know it's coming back in November, and that's next month. As we know, Disney doesn't like to give us dates for anything these days, right? Disney said that an entire segment of the show will be replaced when it returns. It will have new characters, stunt performers, animation, and more. And the new show sequence will have Disney characters like Pocahontas, Aladdin, Mulan, Moana, and Elsa. Many Disney Parks fans have been waiting a long time for this show to return. We can't wait to get our butts on those benches. It's finally happening, y'all. Next, we've got a price increase on a popular Disney souvenir. Refillable mugs, capture your moment photo shoots, and iconic snacks all recently got more expensive in Disney World. But the latest item that has been affected by price hikes might be one of the hardest hit. Mini ears seem to have increased in price by $5. This price increase has mainly affected mini ears that are the standard base price. We haven't seen a major difference in the price for Loungefly ears or other designer options. But the ears that were previously $29.99 in the parks are now showing a $34.99 price. We saw this change in the Disney World parks and at the big World of Disney gift shop in Disney Springs. However, it doesn't seem to have changed the price for many ears for sale online at Shop Disney. Right now, many ears, besides designer ears, are still showing that $29.99 price tag there. So if you've got your eye on a new pair of mini ears, you may want to head to Shop Disney for now and buy them there instead of in the parks. We'll keep an eye on it and see if the price increase begins to affect the ears online in the future. Now here's some fun news. Disney's going to be making a Society of Explorers and Adventurers movie. Ryan Reynolds is teaming up with Qui Gwen, the writer and director of Disney's upcoming Strange World movie, to make the film, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The movie will be live action with Gwen writing and Reynolds producing. It's important to note that this movie is different than the Disney Plus series being made that's based on the SEA idea as well. The new movie will pursue alternative angles to SEA mythology in present day by adding a new supernatural element to the story and following new characters not present in the original SEA lore. So they're changing the canon. If you're unfamiliar with the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, it began over in Tokyo Disney Sea. Now it's a secret organization that you can find in Disney parks all over the world. It was supposedly founded in 1538 during the time of the Renaissance and Age of Exploration in Italy. It contains explorers, adventurers, scientists, artists, and travelers. You can find nods to the SEA in a bunch of different Disney parks, like inside Skipper Canteen at Magic Kingdom, in that SEA dining room. Now, I think this is a super fun idea. I love the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, so I'm very interested to see how this is on the big screen. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. And if that news made your heart skip a beat like it does mine, then you're clearly a certified Disney fan, and you should check out our exclusive line of fun Disney teas if you haven't already. And maybe if you have already, because we've got new ones in there. Some of these are secretly subtle, and some are showing off your Disney fandom for everyone. We've designed some for the whole family, from infants to adults, so if you're taking a group to Disney World this year or next year, these are perfect for everybody. Click the link in the description to check them out. All right, we've got some Disney Genie Plus price increases to talk about. If you're hoping to buy and use Disney's Genie Plus service, get ready for those price bumps. On October 11th, the price was still $15 for Genie Plus, but on October 12th, suddenly it was $20. What's going on? Well, Disney has now said that the price for Genie Plus each day will vary based on demand and busyness. So not only would those individual lightning lanes vary, you now have surge pricing on Genie Plus as a whole. Disney indicated that now through the end of October, the price would be $15 per person per day on less busy dates, and it is set to increase to $22 on some of the busier days and will be priced somewhere in between on other dates. It seems October 12th fell into one of those other dates categories. Note that Disney explicitly did state that prices are subject to change beyond October, so we could see prices different than those provided in the examples Disney has given. Over at Disneyland, Disney Genie Plus jumped in price from $20 per person per day to $25 per person per day. Disney's language about the price of Genie Plus was updated to say that the price starts at $25, but prices vary by date. But good news, over at Disney California Adventure's Avengers Campus, Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, has been added to Genie Plus. Previously, this ride was available via individual Lightning Lane, meaning you had to pay an individual fee per ticket to skip the standby line. If you're headed to Disney World soon, be sure to review those budgets and see how they may need to be adjusted to take these increases into account. Remember that the cost of Genie Plus will continue to change in Disney World depending on the date of your visit. And unfortunately, you won't know the price until you go into the app to try and make your purchase on the day of your visit. So be sure to give yourself enough wiggle room in the budget for that. If you're still not 100% sure about Genie Plus, don't worry, you're not alone. We got a whole playlist dedicated to Genie and helping you understand this system. Go check it out after this video. All right, if you're looking to book a character meal during your next Disney World trip, it just might cost you a little bit more to do that too. 3 restaurants that offer character dining have recently received price increases. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Tusker House is currently serving up an all-you-care-to-enjoy family-style meal. That's going to change when the restaurant switches back to a buffet on November 1st. That features Mickey, Donald, and friends dressed in their safari garb. Previously, lunch and dinner were $55 per adult, $36 per child, but that's been increased to $59 per adult and $38 per child. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, you'll also find yourself paying more at Hollywood and Vine. The lunch and dinner buffet pricing has increased to $59 as well, which was previously $55, and children are still going to cost $38. Finally, Storybook Dining with Snow White at Artist Point got a price increase too. This Wilderness Lodge character meal features Snow White, Dopey, Grumpy, and the Evil Queen, and previously the price was $60 per adult, $39 per kid. Now you're paying $65 per adult instead. Children's price stays the same for now. Now, price increases are pretty common in October, especially on food. We see lots and lots and lots of price increases across the board in October. So we were kind of expecting this, but still, it's always a hit to the budget. Need help planning your meals for your upcoming Disney World vacation, or maybe trying to figure out how to get around all those price increases? Be sure to check out our complete guide to Disney World dining. Everything you could ever want to know about Disney World dining is in this guide. It's got in-depth dining reviews, restaurant photos, scavenger hunts, our personal recommendations, everything you need to know. Plus, it's got lots of discount information, how to find those hidden secret discounts, how to get money off certain meals, lots of details on how to combat all those price increases in the DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining. Go check it out on dfbstore.com. Use code YouTube for a discount on that as well. By the way, it's a 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, we give you your money back, no questions asked. All right, moving on to the next piece of news. Mark your calendars, Disneylanders, because MagicBand Plus is officially coming to the West Coast on October 26th, 2022. Plus, beginning on October 19th, eligible Magic Key holders, cast members, and Disney Vacation Club members will be some of the first to be able to purchase MagicBand Plus at Disneyland Resort from select locations with their regular discounts as well. So what can we expect from MagicBand Plus at Disneyland? So far, we know it's going to interact with certain entertainment at Avengers Campus and California Adventure. It'll also interact with the new nighttime shows coming to Disneyland, like World of Color 1 and Wondrous Journeys when it debuts in January 2023. Not to mention, you'll be able to play the Batuu Bounty Hunters game over in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge too. The bands will at first be available in 18 different colors and designs, including 5 exclusive Disneyland Resort prints, though the bands will work at both Disneyland and Disney World. Previous versions, the old MagicBand, will not work at Disneyland Resort though, so you're going to have MagicBand Plus. Reservations are now open for Disney's 100th anniversary event. Previously, Disney had paused theme park reservations and ticket purchases for Disneyland and Disney California Adventure from January 9th onward, but now that has changed. It looks like tickets and reservations are available for the 100th anniversary in Disneyland. When we checked the theme park reservation calendar, it showed that the parks were available to book through February 10th, 2023. There was availability for both parks on the first day of the 100th anniversary celebration at that time, January 27th. When our team went to book tickets to see if this was possible, we were able to add tickets to our cart. However, from what we've seen so far, looks like Disneyland Magic Key holders are only able to book through January 11th at this time. Don't know if that's a glitch or what, but right now I can't book a park pass past January 11th. The rest of January was not available for booking for me, and February was also not open yet for me as a Magic key holder, so reservations appear to be available on January 27th only for those who will be purchasing a Disneyland park ticket. We will continue to work on this system and see what's going on. If you're hoping to be in Disneyland for the kickoff of the 100th anniversary, we do recommend booking your tickets soon. We saw availability run out quickly for the start of the 50th anniversary in Disney World last year, and we're expecting a similar situation for Disneyland's event. Remember that you'll need tickets and park pass reservations to enter the parks. All right, it's already been announced that Disney's Boardwalk Inn is getting some big changes, and those changes have started to roll out. We took a trip to Bellevue Lounge at Disney's Boardwalk Inn and noticed something new. This lesser-known lounge is open for a continental-style breakfast from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., serving pastries, cereal, and beverages. And in the evenings, you can go from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. for drinks and just a general chill atmosphere. I love this lounge. But what's different? Take a look at the furniture. For context, this is what the Bellevue Lounge used to look like. And here's what it looks like now. Instead of dark plaid sofas and floral armchairs and wicker everywhere, there are now more modern sofas in shades of blue-green with some armchairs in a coordinating print and others in a complementary shade of light brown. So maybe this is giving us a vibe of how they're going to revamp the whole hotel. They said they're going to be like ocean-inspired colors and stuff like that, and I'm definitely seeing some water and sand. Now, there are lots of tables and chairs for you to sit down and rest with your coffee or cocktail, and zero-proof cocktails are debuting at the lounge as well. You can check out our review of the new cocktails on our website, and I've even linked it for you below. This is only the beginning of the upcoming transformation to Disney's Boardwalk Resort. Next up, Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. Hello. Need something entertaining for your kids to do while you eat around the World Showcase in Epcot? Then let me introduce you to Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. The goal of this new scavenger hunt is to spot all the Disney-themed pumpkins around the park. You can purchase your game board from select stores for $9.99. It's the same ones you usually can, like Gateway Gifts, and you can go to Creation Shop, Port of Entry, World Traveler. On your board is a map of different locations and hints about where you can find pumpkins around Epcot. Once you find all of them and mark where they are in your card using the stickers provided, you can return to where you bought the card to redeem your prize. Heads up though, you can also redeem your prize literally when you pick up the scavenger hunt because you already paid for it. There are 3 prize options, which are mini trick-or-treat pumpkins. They're complete with a handle and Mickey ears. Choose from yellow, orange, or green. In addition to being a cute Halloween decoration, it also says Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit on the back. The scavenger hunt will be available from now through October 31st or however long supplies last. All right, we've all seen Encanto. I know we don't talk about Bruno, but have you ever wanted to step inside the casita? Well, soon you can. Just recently, Disney announced a new immersive experience touring the US and Canada where guests are going to be able to step into their favorite Disney movies, which, speaking of, if you haven't seen that announcement, watch our latest news video from last week because it sounds really cool. Disney has announced that they are partnering with Camp to let guests step into the world of Encanto and explore the casita and the rooms of the Family Madrigal. Like other similar exhibits, guests will have to buy tickets for a specific date and admission time. Each ticket gives guests an hour to explore the home of La Familia Madrigal, from the secret passageways to the floral and rainforest wonderlands of Isabella's and Antonio's rooms. Bruno's room is there too, but hopefully you don't have to climb all those stairs. The experience will first be available in New York, but the camp website notes that the experience will head to other locations soon. The New York City exhibit opened on October 13th. It'll last through early 2023. When it comes to live characters, camp notes that guests will only be able to see and interact with characters through digital animation. So don't necessarily expect to see Bruno in person, but if you've got some little ones who love Encanto, this could be a really fun thing to do. And who doesn't want to go to New York City in October? It's beautiful there. All right, Give Kids the World is a nonprofit resort in Central Florida that provides free vacations to critically ill children and their families. And this year, in partnership with Island H2O Water Park in Kissimmee, Florida, the water park will be transformed for the months of November and December as they host the Night of a Million Lights. The event has been held at the Give Kids the World Village in the past, but has been relocated this year due to an influx of Wish families in the village. Guests will be able to watch a brand new dancing light show on a 5-story water slide, visit an interactive activity activity space, interact with performers, and visit with Santa himself. The event begins on Friday, November 11th and lasts through Sunday, January 1st, 2023. It's going to run every night from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. with staggered entry times for guests. You can get tickets now on the Give Kids the World website. Proceeds from Night of a Million Lights will go to Give Kids the World to help them continue to provide those wonderful vacations for those kids and their families. If you've been missing that Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights and have been looking for some kind of light display to visit, this might be a fun thing to check out in Orlando, all while helping out a great cause. And in special Disney food blog news, yes, I am inserting fun DFB news in here because I think you would like to know. A couple people on my team are competing in a super fun Disney World scavenger hunt. That's right. We're having a friendly competition with our pals over at allears.net. You should all go watch. You know Bria, my script writer. Her video against All Ears Fry Bucket came out yesterday. I'm actually about to go watch it after I record this. Go show Bria some support, and there's more to come, so keep watch at All Ears channel. Next up, Disney has announced the reopening date of Monsieur Paul in Epcot's France Pavilion. This fancy French restaurant will return on Tuesday, October 18th, 2022. As we know, this did close with the COVID closures, and 2020 has not been open since, y'all, so it's been a couple years. And that's not all. Monsieur Paul restaurant will also be reopening with a brand new prix-fixe menu, the gastronomic meal of the French. According to an Instagram post from the France Pavilion, this post says this menu is one in which people devote themselves to the art of eating and drinking well. You can go online and make reservations for the reopening spot right now, but do be aware of some rules that come with dining at the restaurant. Monsieur Paul is a very fancy table service restaurant, so they have a strict cancellation policy. If you need to cancel your reservation, you must do so by phone or email at least 72 hours in advance of your reservation. If you do not cancel at least 72 hours in advance or fail to show up to your reservation, you will be charged $100 per person cancellation fee. Eating here also requires a dress code. This is a signature dining experience, so guests are expected to dress in attire that adheres to the restaurant's sophisticated and upscale aesthetic. Your clothing should be clean, neat, and in good condition. They also do not allow for swimwear. Finally, there is an age limit to dine here. Guests must be at least 10 years old to eat at Monsieur Paul right now. That's brand new, by the way. Go ahead and book your reservation now if you would like to dine here soon, because reservations are sure to book up quickly. People will be excited to finally be back at a restaurant that's been closed for over 2 years. Now, Disney has also announced that several new menu items would be coming to certain restaurants at the Disney World hotels, and of course we went and ate all of it. First stop is the Enchanted Rose at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. There are quite a few new items on this menu, including a new charcuterie board made with duck, bresaola, serrano ham, sopressata, tomato jam, cornichon, citrus mustard, pickled carrots, olive crostini, and grissini for $22. And a new artisanal cheese selection that includes 4 chef-selected tasting portions: honeycomb, quince paste, apricot jam, pumpkin seed brittle, and cranberry bread for $19. There's a new hummus dip as well, which is served with a tapenade, smoked paprika, and grilled pita bread for $12. Now, if you're feeling fancy and have, an extra $115 laying around, you can try the new caviar dish, which includes Siberian caviar, an egg yolk spread, creme fraiche, caper berries, and brioche. This isn't the first time we've seen caviar on the menu at this lounge, although this particular dish is new, and yes, it really does cost $115. Moving on to the next hotel, Disney's Riviera Resort, where at Bar Riva there are 5 new menu items. There's the burrata salad, which was heirloom tomatoes, fresh pesto, and focaccia bread for $15.99. The salmon with orzo, which is seared salmon with pomodoro tapenade and lemon orzo for $20.99. The mushroom arancini, made with risotto, mushroom, cheese, and truffles, served with a house-made marinara for $12.99. It's a pretty good deal. And the last item is the molten chocolate cake for $7.29. It's a warm chocolate cake with a molten center topped with a raspberry sauce and fresh raspberries. And as you can see, it looks absolutely stunning. Now, we've of course got full reviews for all of that stuff on the blog already, so definitely go check out those full reviews. Finally, there are some new breakfast items over at Roaring Fork at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. The new items over here are the meat and potatoes quiche for $8.99, which has broccoli, potatoes, bacon, ham, and Gouda cheese. Comes with a side of potatoes, peppers, and onions. Next, the vegetable lovers quiche, also for $8.99, includes cheddar, potatoes, broccoli, peppers, onions, leeks, green peas, and fresh herbs. The warm, freshly baked blueberry cinnamon roll is $8.99. That includes fresh blueberries and blueberry cream cheese frosting. And finally, the warm grizzly bear claw for $9.99. This thing is absolutely massive, by the way. So this for under $10 is absolutely incredible. You can totally share this with your family. It's served warm and has mixed nuts and raisin filling. There are new lunch items and new dessert items that we ate as well. If you want to know more about a specific menu item I just listed, head to our website at disneyfoodblog.com where we have our full reviews posted. Now, Connections Cafe and Eatery is one of Epcot's newest restaurants and a popular spot to grab some quick food if you're in the front of the park. Recently, some of their menu has changed. This is what the meatball pizza originally looked like back in April. The meatballs were huge and the pizza also came with a small Mediterranean side salad for $10.99. The crust was also pretty thick on this one. Now, when you order the meatball pizza, you get 2 slices of pizza and no side salad for $10.99. This pizza is made with beef and pork meatballs, San Marzano tomato basil sauce, and a cheese blend. The meatballs are smaller now. We found them to be juicy but not greasy, and there were still some big pieces of meat. We thought overall the meatball pizza was pretty decent. Best pizza ever? No, but pretty decent. By the way, if you haven't watched our ranking every pizza in Disney World video, you should go watch that because they changed this pizza like at the last minute when we were recording that video, so this kind of threw us for a loop, but definitely go check it out. It's a really good video. We also ordered the 5 cheese pizza for $10.49, made with San Marzano tomato basil sauce and a cheese blend. We thought this was not the best slice we've had in Disney World, not the worst either. If you go watch the video, you'll see where it lands in our ranking. Both pizzas have a thinner crust than in the past, which was cooked well and nice and crispy, and they each had a good amount of cheese. These are more like New York style slices. Cornmeal can be found on the bottom of the slices, but it wasn't so much that it interfered with the flavor of the slice. And like I said, don't forget to go watch our pizza ranking video. It's really, really helpful. And I'll link it for you in the description. Disney has been really upping their plant-based food item game lately, and we are all here for that. This week, we found even more plant-based options from Scat Cats Club at Disney's Port Orleans Resort French Quarter. First up are the Sassy Sassagula sliders, which feature 3 sliders with 3 distinct flavor profiles: spicy, sweet, and savory, the 3 S's. And yes, they really are bringing the sass, as their name suggests. They are $12. First slider we tried was the spicy one. And when we say spicy, we mean spicy. It's made with fried green tomatoes and pepper jelly, and it's certainly more spice than some Disney World guests might expect, so just consider yourself warned. But if you love spicy food, you'll like this one. There's a hint of sweetness coming from that fried green tomato, but this one is just about bringing the heat. The slaw adds a bit of crunch too. Second one we tried was the savory slider. This one was immediately our favorite. Has lots of garlicky, salty flavor that nearly brought tears of joy to our eyes. It's a quote-unquote fish cake with spicy remoulade and arugula, and it reminded us of a McDonald's Big Mac, but with seafood flavors. But this slider is very salty. The pickled red onions also add a nice tanginess to it. Finally, we dug into that sweet slider. It's a barbecue jackfruit sandwich with fried pickles and slaw and a sweet barbecue sauce. The fried pickles, which were nice and crispy, got a little lost by the flavor and texture of the jackfruit, and we would have liked more of them. And we could eat those fried pickles on their own too, so Disney might need to add these to the menu. We also stopped in to grab some plant-based beignets, because why not? What's great about these is that they're good for people with pretty much any kind of food allergy. You do get an option to get one of 3 sauces, but we opted to just enjoy the beignets as is, and that was a great decision. They are delicious and don't need any kind of sauce at all. They were drowned in powdered sugar, the only way to eat beignets, right? They were huge, and we would totally get these again. All right, we found another fall-themed treat this week, a nice refreshing one, because, it's still super hot in Florida. Over at Pineapple Lanai at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, you can find the not-so-scary pumpkin soft serve. The treat is made with pumpkin spice-flavored soft serve and coconut hapia with caramel drizzle, graham cracker crumbs, and a white chocolate Mickey-shaped pumpkin. In case you don't know, hapia is a Hawaiian coconut pudding, so there's a lot going on in here. It's very, very cool. I like that it's not just, here's a cup of soft serve, right? The pumpkin ice cream was very flavorful but not overwhelming. We think even people who don't love pumpkin will like this because the fall spices were the main event here. We also thought the caramel drizzle on top was a very nice touch. We just wanted more of it. The white chocolate Mickey on top was, fine. It's just garnish. And we did find some flaws with this one. We thought the hapia was an odd thing to mix with that pumpkin ice cream. We weren't a fan of the texture, so if different textures bother you, you probably won't like that part of the treat. We also weren't a huge fan of the graham crackers, only because when the ice cream melted, which is inevitable, the crackers got soggy. So if you want to give this a try, you can head to Pineapple Lanai, grab it for $5.49. It'll be available until October 31st. And overall, props for being something different, but some of the differences didn't quite work. Next up, we've got the spiced caramel apple cocktail. It's a returning drink at Hollywood Studios that has Fireball cinnamon whiskey, apple cider, cranberry, and salted caramel for $15. It also comes with a festive Mickey Mouse glow cube. The drink tasted just like apple cider to us. It's not super heavy on the booze flavor, and you really can only taste the whiskey a teeny tiny bit. Just adds a little bit of a kick. Overall, it was a nice warm apple cider flavor with some cinnamon and caramel notes. Even though this is big on the fall flavors though, it's still a good drink to get on a hot day because it's pretty refreshing. And if you get that adorable Mickey Mouse glow cube, you can take that home with you and use it in some fall drinks that you concoct in your own kitchen. If you want a refreshing cocktail that gives you the fall vibes, this is a good choice. But obviously, if you don't like apple cider, don't buy it. We got our drink over at ABC Commissary and Hollywood Studios, but it can also be found at other locations around the park like Backlot Express, Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge, Oasis Canteen, Pizza Rizzo, Rosie's All-American Cafe, Sunshine Day Bar, and Tune In Lounge. Get it until October 31st. Next, there's now a Hocus Pocus Black Flame Petite Cake at Amorette's Patisserie in Disney Springs. It's made with devil's food biscuit, apricot jam, brandy simple syrup, caramel mousse, and candied pecan crunch. First, we got to applaud this fondant. Fondant can sometimes taste just like a sugary paste, but here it's very light and not overpowering at all. We actually felt like it added something to the cake rather than just being there for decoration. We also really enjoyed the pecans, which added a nice crunch, or pecans if you'd like me to call it pecan. The chocolate flavors were delicious. It wasn't overly chocolatey, which can be a problem with some chocolate-focused desserts. The scariest part of this snack isn't the design or flavors, though. It's, of course, that price tag. To eat this, you're going to have to fork out $22. That's how much they cost over there at Amorette's. Is it worth the high price? That's something you'll have to decide. We will say it was at least one of the better fondant-covered cakes we've had here. It is rich enough to share, but it's definitely pricey. This one will also be available through October 31st, so if you want to try it, you have less than a month to head over there. Want to eat another candle in Disney World? Yep, you can do that. Gasparilla Island Grill at Grand Floridian Resort has that black flame candle cake as well. It's significantly cheaper at just $7.99. This one is a vanilla sponge cake with caramel buttercream and white chocolate ganache. Not the most exciting cake we've ever had, but pretty delightful and at a much cheaper price. It might be a snack with a cost you can better justify as part of your budget. There's a new dome cake in Disney World. We're heading on over to Gaston's Tavern in Magic Kingdom's Fantasyland to try it. The Pluto dome cake is a gluten-friendly peanut butter mousse with a chocolate ganache center on top of a flourless chocolate cake for $8.29. First of all, let us just say we're glad to see Pluto getting some love here. We love the little chocolate ears on top of the cake, and his signature green color is represented here too. But how does this thing taste? Well, if you like chocolate, this is going to be for you. It was definitely chocolate forward. We didn't really get too much of a peanut butter flavor from the mousse, just more chocolate. In fact, we didn't really taste any peanut butter at all. This cake is sweet though, very sweet. We'd suggest splitting it because after a few bites, we're ready to call our dentist. The gelatin dome covering the cake is pretty gummy and doesn't really add anything in terms of flavor. It's just, Pluto yellow. And the green icing at the bottom was also on the sweet side and stained our hands. We did enjoy the crispy pearls at the bottom as they added a nice crunch to the cake, which was essentially just one consistency throughout. The flourless cake at the bottom was delicious and not too sweet, but it was really a thin layer, and we wish there had been more to balance out that sweetness from the rest of the Pluto dome cake. This would be good for kids or anyone who loves sweet, sweet, sweet desserts or Pluto fans. And sorry, peanut butter fans, if you were hoping for an explosion of peanut butter flavor here, that's not what we got. All right, a shop is missing from Disney Springs. We were taking a stroll through the Springs recently when we noticed that something was missing from its usual spot. And it turns out the dress shop is closed in Disney Springs. Sort of. Over inside the Marketplace Co-op in Disney Springs, you'll find a whole host of smaller specialty shops under one roof, like Wonderground Gallery and the dress shop on Cherry Tree Lane, or at least you used to be able to find the dress shop there. Cast members told us that the dress shop was moving to another store in the Marketplace area of Disney Springs, Trendy, and that something new would be taking its place inside the co-op. The cast members didn't share any details about what would be installed here, but we did notice some new National Geographic signage nearby. We've seen some more price increases on Galaxy's Edge merch. So lately we've been seeing price increases across the parks, and now 2 popular experiences in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge have been added to the list. Looking to build your own custom droid at Droid Depot? You can, but be prepared to spend more on it now. Previously, the Build Your Own Droid experience at Droid Depot was $99.99 plus tax. Now the Disney World website notes that the price is $119.99 plus tax. If you're a lightsaber person, be prepared to spend more on that too. At Savi's Workshop, you can build your own custom lightsaber. This experience used to be $199.99, and that increased to $219.99 back in April of 2021. Now things have changed again. The Disney World website now notes that the price for this build your own lightsaber experience is $249.99. This still includes the lightsaber and carrying case. Keep in mind that Disney does explicitly note that the prices for these experiences are subject to restrictions or change. Be sure to check for the latest updates ahead of your trip. And remember, a really easy way to check for those updates is signing up for our newsletter. We'll send you all the info you need to know, and we send it to you free of charge. The link to sign up is in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay up to date by watching our videos, which you're doing right now, so you're already in the right place. We here at Disney Food Blog are all about helping you plan a great Disney vacation. So if you need more info, check out our website and follow us on social media at Disney Food Blog. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.